rattlesnake is not dangerous. A rattlesnake is furniture with a temper. Put your boot in the wrong 6 inches of shade, and physics finishes the sentence. Same with the moose, the bison, and everything on the poster at the ranger station. So here's today's question, and it's much narrower than what can kill me. Which animals in the United States have a category in their head called food and have quietly put a human being into it? Not ranked by body count, not by size, not by venom. One thing only, how often is that thought actually being had? Right now on American ground. Number 8 has it almost never. Number 1 is having it this week. One of them is wading in water we dug ourselves, and the animal you're already expecting at number 1 shows up a lot earlier than you want it to. Subscribe, 2 seconds, and it's the only reason these keep getting made. And tell me down there, the closest you've ever been to an animal that could have killed you. Number 8, the feral hog. We start with an argument, because the rules only get clear when something almost fails them. November 24, 2019, in Anahuac, Texas, a 59-year-old caregiver named Christine Rollins arrived for work before dawn, parked, and walked toward the front door. She never reached it. She was found between her car and the porch, and the medical examiner ruled the cause of death exsanguination due to feral hog assault. The sheriff said fewer than 6 such deaths had ever been reported in the country. Was that hunting? Hold the question. The answer is the rule book for everything above it. Here's where people get lazy. A hog is not a wolf. No killing bite, no ambush, no interest in a chase. And almost every hog that hears a human leaves fast through whatever's in the way. It even looks like a punchline, a barrel with legs, 200 pounds of bad haircut rooting up a lawn. But a feral hog is not a vegetarian. And this is the part people don't know. Hogs kill and eat live lambs, live calves, fawns, ground-nesting birds, and everything in the nest. Ranchers find the evidence every spring, and it isn't subtle. They're not scavengers who occasionally cheat. They're omnivores making a decision, and the decision runs on one calculation. Can this thing stop me? That's the rule. Predation isn't anger. Predation is arithmetic. Appetite arrives at the same moment as opportunity, and something that couldn't fight back is standing in the wrong place in the dark. No rage in it, and no warning either. A warning would only cost the animal the meal. The hog earns 8th because that arithmetic almost never lands on a person. Now, look at how many can run it. Roughly 6 million feral hogs in more than 35 states. The most abundant introduced hoofed animal in America, and the one with the highest reproductive rate. A sow can start breeding at 6 to 8 months and drop up to 2 litters a year, a dozen piglets at a time. They're in the suburbs of Atlanta, in Ohio, and California vineyards. They move at night, and most of the counties they've taken don't know it yet. The thought is rare. The number of heads capable of having it is exploding. Number 7, the gray wolf. March 8, 2010, Chignik Lake, Alaska. 70-odd people on the Alaska Peninsula. No road in, plains only. A 32-year-old special education teacher named Candace Berner finishes her school day, faxes her timesheet, changes into running clothes, and goes for a jog down the only road out of the village. She was under 5 feet tall and about 115 pounds. They found her that evening less than 2 miles out, beside the snow, with drag marks and wolf tracks around her. Now watch what the state did next, because that's the entry. Alaska Fish and Game worked it like a homicide. They measured every track. They interviewed the people who reached her first. They shot and trapped 8 wolves out of the surrounding country and ran DNA on all of them. And then, one at a time, they took away every comfortable explanation there is. Rabies? No. Disease? No. Starving pack? No. The animals were in condition. Defending a kill? There was no kill site. Was she carrying food? She was carrying an iPod. Habituated. Fed at a dump, at a camp, taught that people mean garbage? No evidence of it. That last one matters more than all the others, because habituation is where every wolf story is supposed to end. It's the line that lets you sleep. They only did it because we ruined them first. The state's own report ruled it out. Wolf DNA came off her body and her clothing, 2 animals, including one they never caught. And the conclusion the investigators put in writing was that this was an aggressive, predatory attack, short in duration. Take the excuses away, and what's left is very simple. Healthy wild wolves, on a road, met a small person moving fast and ran her down. It's number 7 because it is nearly unrepeatable. First fatal wolf attack in Alaska's recorded history. One of a tiny handful ever documented on this continent, and the first anywhere in North America confirmed by DNA. On the count that runs this list, the thought is vanishingly rare. But when it finally happened, it happened clean. No sickness, no garbage, no provocation, nothing we did first. Just a small person. Number 6, the American black bear. Father's Day, June 18, 2017. A 16-year-old named Patrick Cooper is running a mountain race outside Anchorage. He turns around at the halfway point and drifts off the trail. He gets a message to his brother that he's being chased by a bear. When rescuers found him, the bear was still there, standing over him. Understand what that bear was. Not a mother, not guarding cubs, not startled. It followed a running teenager down a mountain, and it kept following. Every American gets the same 3 facts about black bears at age 7. They're timid. They run. The only real danger is a mother with cubs. 2 are true. The third is why people die. The biologist Stephen Herrero reviewed every recorded fatal black bear attack in North America from 1900 to 2009. 63 killed across 59 incidents. In 88%, the bear acted as a predator, and of those, 92% were male. Read that again. The animal you've been taught to fear your whole life is almost never the one that kills you. She's loud, she huffs, she pops her jaw, she bluff charges and makes a production of the whole thing because all of it is designed to make you leave without a fight she can't afford. A bluff is a conversation. She's negotiating. The bear that kills you doesn't negotiate. It's quiet because scaring you would be counterproductive. It follows, it closes, it swings wide and reappears on the trail ahead. It shows none of the signals in the pamphlet. No huffing, no jaw popping, no ears back, because it isn't stressed. It's focused, the way you are focused walking toward a sandwich. So the field rule inverts, and this is the most useful thing in this video. Loud bear, back away. Silent bear, fight. A defensive bear wants you to stop being a problem. A predatory bear wants you to stop moving. Playing dead against the first saves you. Against the second, it's cooperation. 300,000 black bears live within a day's drive of most Americans, in a country that decided they're raccoons with a gym membership. Number 6 isn't dangerous because it's a bear. It's dangerous because we've taught people to fear the wrong bear, and the right one has been walking behind them the whole time, saying nothing. Number 5, the polar bear. Now I'm going to do something you won't like. Hear me out, because this is where the list either means something or it doesn't. The polar bear is number 5, not number 1. 5. And on any other list, it's first, and I won't pretend the case is weak. Largest land carnivore on Earth, an adult male past 1,500 pounds, over 10 feet standing. It lives where nothing grows, so it never gets berries when hunting is bad, flesh or nothing. It evolved atop a system with no competition, so it never learned to fear anything, including you. Biologists say it flatly. Tigers and lions become man-eaters under rare, damaged circumstances, but a hungry polar bear will simply set out to hunt a person the way it hunts a seal. No provocation, no mistaken identity, no conditioning. It looks at you and the category is food, first try. That's the highest willingness score on the continent, uncontested. And it's number 5, because willingness is not what we're counting. We're counting how often the thought is happening on American soil. And here's the number nobody puts in these videos. Fewer people live inside the entire American range of the polar bear than live on 1 block of your city. The willingness is a 10. The opportunity is a rounding error, which is not the same as safe. January 17, 2023. A polar bear came out of a snow squall in the village of Wales, Alaska, and killed a 24-year-old woman named Summer Myomick and her 1-year-old son, Clyde. She never saw it coming. It was the first fatal polar bear attack in Alaska in 30 years, and the experts called it almost unheard of. In January, those bears should be far out on the ice hunting seals. This one was old, in poor condition, and on land. That's the shape of the thing biologists keep pointing at. Less ice, more time ashore, more time near the only villages there are. The willingness never changes. The overlap does. So it sits at 5 because this list is honest. The most perfect predator on the continent, running the fewest trials. And if you're annoyed right now, good. It means you're thinking about the ranking instead of nodding at it. Hit subscribe. From here up, the numbers stop being small. Number 4, the bull shark. July 6, 2001, Langdon Beach near Pensacola. An 8-year-old named Jesse Arbogast is standing in knee-deep water. A 7-foot bull shark takes his right arm off and tears away a third of his thigh. His uncle goes in after it, gets hold of its tail, and hauls the animal up onto the sand. A ranger shoots it in the head. A lifeguard reaches down its throat and pulls the arm back out. Surgeons reattach it in a 12-hour operation. Jesse lost nearly all the blood in his body and never fully came back. Nobody argues about the species in that one. They had the animal lying on the beach with the evidence still inside it. I'm giving you that instead of 1916. Matawan Creek, the attacks that became Jaws, a shark miles up a tidal creek. Great story, and the International Shark Attack File leans toward a juvenile great white. It's a myth doing a job, and the job is making this animal sound exotic and far away. It is neither. 4 years after Pensacola, 14-year-old Jamie Daigle was killed off the Florida Panhandle. The bite measurements pointed to a bull shark around 6 feet. The surfer who got to her hauled her onto his board while the animal kept coming back. For her and then for him. That is not a mistake being corrected. That's something trying to finish a meal. Here's what those two have in common, and it should change your behavior. It isn't rivers, though the bull shark is the one that can, regulating the salt in its own body, recorded 1,000 miles up the Mississippi. It's visibility. This animal is not built to spot prey across 40 feet of blue Caribbean water. It's built for the brown waist-deep water where a swimmer can't see their own knees. That's not water it tolerates, it's the optimal environment. It hunts by pressure and vibration where sight is useless. So the encounter runs one direction. You can't see it. It can already feel you, every kick telegraphed through the water like a hand on a drum. There's no moment where you notice each other. There's a moment where it notices you. And Jesse Arbogast was standing in 2 feet of it. Number 3, the tiger shark. Yes, 2 sharks. Stay with me. They're not making the same decision. Late afternoon in Maui. The water is warm and clear, and you're 80 feet off the beach in 4 feet of it. Behind you, a hotel, a parking lot, a shave ice stand. The safest feeling water in the United States. There's a lifeguard. There's also a 13-foot animal 50 yards out with no concept of not food. Here's the myth I need to take from you, because it's the most comforting lie in the ocean. Mistaken identity. The shark thought you were a seal. It didn't want you. It let go. For some sharks in some water, fine, there's an argument. A great white is a specialist. It has a menu, you're not on it, and when it's wrong, it usually knows within a second. The tiger shark doesn't make mistakes, because the tiger shark doesn't have criteria. This is the animal researchers have opened up and found license plates in. Tires, coal, boat cushions, antlers. Whole sea turtles, shell included. The jaw is built to saw through a turtle shell, which tells you what it makes of a rib cage. And it doesn't investigate by looking. It investigates by biting. That's not an error. For a tiger shark, exploratory and predatory are the same behavior. There's no sorry, wrong species. Only what is this, and is it edible? And the only tool it owns for asking closes at 30 miles an hour. Hawaii averages around 6 of these a year now, up from under 2 a year in the 80s, and tiger sharks account for nearly half. 1 month owns 20% of the total, October. Locals call it Sharktober, and Hawaiians warned about that water long before anyone graphed it. The bites don't spike because more people are swimming. They spike because the sharks are doing something else that month. And here's the part that should stay with you. It isn't rare because the shark is picky. It's rare because there are only so many of them, and you're only in the water 2 hours. It doesn't hate you, it's never heard of you. You're in the water, and the water is the part of the world it eats. Number 2, the American alligator. September 22nd, 2023. A man walking past a roadside canal in Largo, Florida, looks down and sees an alligator in the water with part of a human body in its mouth. Officers shot it. It took ropes and chains to drag it onto the bank, and they had to cut it open to recover the rest of her. 13 feet, 8 inches, the largest alligator ever recorded in a fatal attack in the state's history. She was Sabrina Peckham, 41. She had been living in a tent in the trees, a few yards from that water. There's no ambiguity in this one. No provocation, no mistake, nothing in the way. The state's own report concluded the attack didn't happen at her camp. She was most likely walking to it or from it along the bank in the dark. An animal in that canal decided she was food. Then it fed. Now the part that should bother you. That canal is ours. McKay Creek is a connector, a ditch we cut between Ridgecrest Lake and Taylor Lake, and the alligators use it to move between them. At the time of the attack, the county had Taylor Lake mostly drained for a maintenance project. Neighbors believed the work pushed the big animals down the corridor. We dug the channel, we emptied the lake, and then we were surprised by what came down the pipe. Florida does this at industrial scale. You can't put up a subdivision without digging a retention pond, warm, permanent, stocked with fish and turtles behind the houses. 7 months earlier, at a retirement community in Fort Pierce, a 10-foot gator came up the bank of one of those ponds and took an 85-year-old woman off a walking path. The developer's statement afterward is a perfect fossil of this list. We've been here 37 years, 3,000 residents. This is the first time. Florida has logged 500 unprovoked bites since 1948 and 32 deaths, 10 of them in the last 10 years, nearly a third of the total in 1 decade. And this animal isn't deciding anything at the moment of the strike. An ambush isn't a decision. It's a question held open, 6 hours at a time, at the waterline, at every one of those ponds, forever. It waits for you to walk past it. Number 1 doesn't wait. Number 1, the mountain lion. For 10 years, a mountain lion lived in the middle of Los Angeles. Not the outskirts. Griffith Park, 7 square miles of scrub under the Hollywood sign, ringed by 4 million people. To get there, he crossed the 405 and the 101 on foot at night. He was called P-22. He arrived as a 2-year-old, almost nobody saw him, and he never hurt a person. That's not the point. The point is the 10 years. 20 to 30,000 live in the West, and the range touches Denver, Reno, Boise, Portland, San Diego. But forget the ghost cat. He's 18 months old. 2 months ago, he had a mother and a territory with deer in it. Then she came back into estrus, and he was evicted. Every valley belongs to an adult male who will kill him for walking through it, so he drifts to the edges. The trailhead, the greenbelt, the canyon at the cul-de-sac. He has never killed anything alone, and he has one problem, the oldest there is. He doesn't yet know what he's allowed to eat. Every predator builds that catalog by testing. March 23, 2024, El Dorado County. 2 brothers, Talon and Wyatt Brooks, hunting shed antlers. They saw it coming. They raised their arms, shouted, threw a backpack, exactly what the state tells you to do, and the state said so afterward. They did everything right. It charged anyway. Wyatt, 18, lived. Talon, 21, did not. A subadult male, 90 pounds. That's the pattern across roughly 29 fatalities in North America since the 1800s, and not all are confirmed. Almost never the territorial Tom in the wilderness. The broke teenager with no address, on the seam between trail and tract homes. The rest is mechanical, alone, small, moving away. Same 3 variables that killed Candace Berner on that road. Attacking cats go for the head and neck, the same grip they use on a deer. Not aggression, technique. Everything else here gives you something. The lion gives you nothing. The polar bear is willing but needs you in the Arctic. The tiger shark needs you in the water. The wolf needed an empty road and a running start. The alligator needs you to walk to the water. The mountain lion needs a Saturday. Every spring, a new class gets evicted into the green space behind your neighborhood with no idea what's killable. And one is in cover 40 feet off a trail right now, watching a jogger. Every other animal here needs something from you. A mistake, a trip north, a decade of bad luck. Number 1 needs a trail and a Saturday. So tell me in the comments, did I get that ranking wrong?